everyone, welcome back to 2IdiotsWithACamera. Haven't said that in a long time.
Certainly not.
That's right, we are back. We're doing something different. It's a podcast.
Wow.
Welcome to the podcast, guys. Welcome to the podcast. Alright, so, it's a podcast. This is new. This is something we've not done here before on the channel. And get ready, because it's going to be a ride. We're going to be talking about a lot of stuff, and we're going to be testing stuff. So let us know what you like, what you don't like, how you feeling about it, all like that stuff, important things.
Those stuffs.
I am your host, Victor von Friesenstein, because we use screen names here.
And I'm your other host, Abigail, is stoked from Instagram. I don't have a screen name. I'm just here.
Yeah, I just want to use it a lot. I mean, it's a public thing, but try privacy.
Yeah.
Watch your profanity. All right, so we're back with the podcast.
Yes, we are.
So how you feeling about it?
I'm feeling excited. It's new territory, It has promise. I don't know.
I mean, we have done podcast format stuff before, right? So we did
sure.
the 2018 Nintendo predictions video.
We did, but
earlier in the year.
We weren't really thinking about it as a podcast then.
I mean,
you were, but
I didn't know about it.
No one was really on the same page, I think.
No, I hadn't talked about turning that into a full thing yet. The idea came after we shot that video, actually. Mm-hmm. And just a quick recap for everybody on here. The reason this is called 2IdiotsWithACamera is because that was an old show, the first show here on the channel. In fact, the channel used to be called 2IdiotsWithACamera. And it was run by me and another friend of mine who was not on the podcast. And because of his busy schedule, he left the show. And Abigail joined me as my co-host. And so I decided to bring back the show. And since Abigail's back, we're hosting Recap on the channel every other Friday. She's back in the podcast as well.
I am.
Because two people work better in this format.
It does. Podcasts get real awkward when you're asking for comments from the air.
It does.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's happened.
Yeah.
We've done it before.
I've seen it. I've gotten here and he's tried to podcast without me and he's just laughing at a joke no one made.
I just live my life through podcast, guys.
Yeah.
There was no recordings or anything. It's how I live my life.
It's upsetting.
It's weird.
Send help.
Alright, so now that we're in with the intro, we're in all that stuff. Let's move over to our first segment.
Let's do it.
Alright, so the first segment we have here is what are we watching / playing this week? Obviously, this segment is self-descriptive. We're just going to be talking about things that we are watching or playing or experiencing in the week that we wanted to shout out. And do you want to start us off here?
Yeah, I recently rediscovered the library in our town because there's one thing to do, and it's that library building.
You listening, Amazon?
Yeah. And I took out a book by Chris Cavender called Rested Pizza, which is a murder mystery that takes place in a pizzeria. And it's good. It's very fun. Written surprisingly well. I picked it up being this is going to be a bunch of fluff, but it'll distract me for a couple of minutes. But then it was oh, this is fun. And apparently there's a whole series, each one of them having a pun based in pizza in the title. So it's it's very me. It's good.
I don't read, so I can't relate, but I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Oh yeah, it's good. It's good. And I'm also playing Xenoblade because I want to make sure I finish all the stuff before the new DLC comes out.
Yeah, the Torna DLC probably eventually tackle that in some shape or form. But there is new Torna DLC coming out for Xenoblade Chronicles 2 on the Switch. If you're unaware of that. If you haven't played that game, check it out. It's a fun game. Really
it is fun. It's good.
If you're looking for an RPG type thing, especially party-based, I highly recommend it because I was looking for that game for a while, and then one day I realized it was Xenoblade,
Yep.
I didn't realize that was a game I needed, and then I picked it up, and I was like, this is exactly what I've been wanting on my Switch.
Yeah.
So, look forward to that. Alright, so I've taken a similar route, but a different route. Alright, so...
In fact, you could say it's altogether different.
To murder mysteries and pizzerias.
I did.
I just went to pizzerias normal.
Oh.
So I've been watching a bunch of Anthony Bourdain Parts Unknown recently, and I did not like Anthony Bourdain.
Oh.
I don't know why. He just, no reservations. Whenever I watch the show, he just seemed like a dick. And I was never a big fan of his.
Yeah.
And, of course, with his pretty recent passing, the show just happened to pop up on my feed.
Yes.
And I was like, well, I'll give it a shot. And it's interesting because I misjudged him.
Yeah?
For that show, for Parts Unknown. I don't know if it was just Parts Unknown or what. And he's not, not a dick. But he's, a genuine person and a good person. And you can tell for the show. And I feel bad that I only came to realize this after his passing.
Yeah.
So that upset me. But, the show's great if you haven't checked it out. It's a food travel show. He goes to a bunch of different places all over the world. Libya, Sicily, Brazil, all these other countries. And it's just, I've always been really interested in those kinds of shows. Where people travel to other countries and stuff and experience their cultures. And yeah, I've always been a big fan of Andrew Zimmer. And his, what is it, Weird Foods or whatever?
It's like Bizarre Foods, I think.
I love that show. Big fan of that show.
Yeah.
And it's very much in that style, except less eating bugs.
Yeah.
Which I both appreciate, kind of miss the bug eating. I'm not gonna lie. It was interesting.
The bug eating is like, I would never do that, so it's nice to see someone else do that.
It's a hard show to find, surprisingly.
Really?
Yeah, it's like, I mean, I guess Hulu probably has it, but I don't have a Hulu account. So I don't know. But, and then on top of that, it actually goes in line really well. I've been playing Zelda Breath of the Wild on the Switch, so I've been doing some traveling, hooking up for myself.
Yes.
And I played this game on the Wii U, of course, when it came out. And I recently repurchased it for the Switch. Mm-hmm. And I love it. And it's great, and I love that game so much. And in fact, I made a whole video about a sequel I would want just for replaying this game.
Yeah.
And if you haven't played Zelda, come on.
You come on, man.
It's on Wii U. If you don't have a Switch, and that's why, it's on Wii U. You can probably pick up a Wii U and the game for pretty cheap nowadays.
Yeah.
I highly recommend it. Even if it's the Wii U version, it's the exact same game. It doesn't even play that different, if I'm going to be honest with you.
The Switch does have better controls, though.
Yeah.
I found them to be much better.
I haven't, noticed a difference at all.
Honestly, the one thing is the button layout is it's way easier to move the camera and your character at the same time on the Switch, which is the thing I do a lot. I don't know if that's relevant to anybody except for me, but
I don't even know. I do it subconsciously. You know what I mean? I mean, I definitely use it, but it's not like something I noticed through playing this. I haven't been like, oh, that's weird. How'd you do this? There is stuff that I, for whatever reason, never did in the other one. Like I've never ever done shield surfing.
Oh
in
man!
The first game, never did that. I didn't know how. I don't know why I missed the prompt.
I guess so.
This time I actually did it, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's how that works. Or dodging when you lock onto an enemy.
Yeah.
I never used that.
Oh my god.
When I played through the game the first time.
Victor.
So it's like I'm getting all this new stuff because I'm actually reading the game now.
Yes.
And it helps.
It helps when you pay attention to things that happen in the game.
That usually, when they tell you to do something and you do it, it works.
It works. It just works.
Sometimes it doesn't, but most of the time. Alright, moving on to things releasing this week, and we have a couple games coming out. No movies this week. August is a pretty difficult month for movies, especially in 2018.
Yeah.
So we have WarioWare Gold coming out on the Nintendo 3DS on the 3rd of August. Overcooked 2 on the PS4, Xbox One, PC, and Switch coming out on August 7th. Okami HD on the Switch on August 9th. And We Happy Few for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC on August 10th. And also, just including, there's one game releasing next week, and obviously there won't be a podcast next week, because this is a every other week series.
Yeah.
So, Telltale's The Walking Dead, the final season, the first episode, will be coming out for PS4, Xbox, PC on August 14th. No news on a Switch version yet, but I'm sure Telltale will eventually get one out.
Yeah.
Anything here pique your interest?
The only thing would be We Happy Few, which I remember seeing a trailer for and being like, oh, this. I want to play this.
I will believe that game is coming out when I see it.
Yeah, it's been a while, but I think the colors in it got to me. I'm always a fan of, games that are visually popping, for lack of a better word. And, that's why I never really get into, the gritty FPSs, besides the fact that I'm terrible at them, But, the really gritty-looking games, I'm always like, yeah, but I can have that by just going somewhere in real life.
For the fact, We Happy Few is a very gritty-looking game.
Oh, it is, but it's got
the art
that...
style
it's the art style and how it uses that contrasted against what is presented as the quote-unquote reality within the game.
Right.
It's an interesting dynamic,
exactly.
which is what I enjoy with the art style.
Yeah, it looks really cool. I won't be picking it up because I'll probably be bad at the game, but I really, really hope one of the Let's Players I watch plays through that.
Oh, same.
I'd love to see it. I might be picking up Okami HD for the 3rd time. So I have first up, Okami is probably my favorite video game of all time. Mm-hmm. a week later, it was announced for the Switch. And I wish we had been recording that direct, because Abigail was here, and I freaked out, for lack of a better term. I literally was like yelling, like, "Are you kidding me?" Like, again. Because I'm gonna buy this game again at some point.
It was like, it went from "Are you kidding me?" to "Well, of course I'm gonna buy it." Like, there wasn't even a second of hesitation. Like, you were mad, but you also knew that you were so deep in Nintendo's pocket.
It's like there's not even
Capcom's
Capcom
pocket,
is getting my money.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
gonna happen. I'm getting this game. I don't know if it'll be right now because I have a lot of games I gotta play. But I really do hope that people enjoy it. I highly recommend this game. It's great. It wasn't super well picked up when it first released.
Yeah.
And even if you don't have a Switch or PlayStation 4, or I think it's going to come to Xbox eventually, if you don't have any of those consoles, it is also available on PlayStation 2 and the Wii, albeit much more difficult to find. But you can pick up a Wii copy for $20.
Yeah, that's how I got my copy, which I still haven't played. But I will. It's a beautiful game. It's got a cult following.
It's worth the price. It's a super fun game. Highly recommend it.
Yes.
So on to our final segment before our main topic. We have this week's news. So, of course, we have the Comic-Con trailers. There's a bunch that came out. Godzilla 2, Shazam, Aquaman.
Shazam's my favorite so far.
Shazam looked really good.
It looks genuinely funny.
It looks fun.
Yeah,
right?
It looks like a good time. It's not even like, I wonder if this will be a good superhero movie. It's like, I don't even care about that. This just looks like a good time.
I was talking to Dennis about this, and I was like, it just looks fun.
Yes.
And that's what I care about, because I watched Suicide Squad, and I haven't watched a DC movie since. Even Wonder Woman, which everyone was like, it's great. I was just like, I'm too burned on Suicide Squad, honestly, and just knowing that Batman vs Superman and Justice League were bad.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't even care. I don't even care. So, but Shazam looks fun, and I might watch it. Although I don't necessarily love Zachary Levi as Shazam.
I honestly don't know enough about the character to have any input on it.
He's playing it fine.
Yeah.
He even, I'd argue, looks like the character enough. I just don't know why. I look at him in that suit and I'm like, I don't buy it. I don't know why. I don't know what about it.
That might be part of it though, because it's supposed to be awkward.
Yeah, I mean,
a little bit.
That's the thing. He looks like Shazam. It's not like DC's not doing anything in that film to give me a reason to be like that.
Yeah.
It's just for whatever reason I don't look at Zachary Levi and think of the character.
You know what it is? It's a Pavlovian response to DC movies.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's like, in my experience, these have not been good, so just looking at a DC trailer is like,
There's something wrong here. I know
it.
I'll find it. Although the kid who plays Billy Batson, the kid who turns into Shazam, he is a great actor.
Yes,
He's on the Disney Channel series Andy Mack.
I don't know about that, but...
It is that series that has the gay kid in it, the first LGBT character. For Disney, I think, in general. And it's a great show. I started watching it because of Cyrus, of course, and it's a good show. Even for a Disney Channel show, it's passable to watch. It's not like these regular Hannah Montana and stuff we all liked as kids, but there's not really a good story.
Yeah.
Andy Mack, I really genuinely think has a perfectly fine story, and it's followable even as an adult, in my opinion. And the kid does really good on that series.
Cool.
So I trust him because child actors can be.
Very few and far between to find actually good ones.
Yeah. But of course, there are hundreds of other Comic-Con trailers out there. If you take a look on YouTube, on the trending page, I'm sure they'll all be up there. So, if there's a movie you want to watch, probably has a Comic-Con trailer.
Yeah, probably.
We then move on to more serious news.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the firing of James Gunn. Of course, that is the director of the Guardians films, and who was the upcoming director of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Gunn put out some controversial tweets, I believe it was about 10 years ago. And they recently resurfaced, and Disney fired him. Now, I do want to talk about opinions on this. I'm not trying to get political. I'm not trying to be, why is Disney right or wrong? I don't care about any of that. I feel very strongly about this.
Okay.
And I wanted to put out that, I don't agree with his firing. I think that the tweets, they were insensitive.
Okay.
I don't agree with what he's saying, obviously. Some stuff went too far. At the end of the day, I don't think that he should be fired because of the comedy. It doesn't, you know what I mean? He is known to be outraged. You know, he's known to be like, I want to get a reaction. He was like that for a long time, and even had past controversies with Disney, I believe, because of it. So I think when Disney hired him, they should have known that, and I understand what they did.
Yeah.
It's like what Batista said, or what Gunn himself said. He's like, I get it, I understand. From a business perspective, I think they had to.
Yeah.
But I don't like it.
Yeah, it's a very weird subject, because obviously that was 10 years ago now.
Right.
So there's no way, no matter who you are, your opinions change in 10 years.
Sure.
You know, whoever you are, the things you think are funny, it adapts. And even if he, like, doesn't think it's funny now, or maybe he still does, it doesn't really matter.
Right.
He's managed to not show that part of himself for 10 years. You know what I mean? So when it suddenly resurfaces, and, you know, you don't think ever to remember, like, oh, I made some really awful crap on Twitter.
Right.
Let me delete that before Disney fires me for it.
I actually do think he did delete it.
Really?
I believe so. I think that someone found them and posted. I'm not 100% on this. But I know he did apologize about them. So that's what it is. You know, there's been speculation as to who put up those tweets and who found them. But that doesn't matter, right?
But Disney doesn't even have a choice. They have to when stuff like that surfaces.
I think they have a choice, right? I think they could have been like, no, we're going to stick by our guy. And we'll talk about that in the next story about someone who did that. But I get why, especially because of the Fox merger, right? So Disney does not want controversy at their doorstep.
Yeah.
But I get it. And here's the thing, though, that I don't think Disney realized. Or maybe they did. But in the firing of James Gunn, that is going to become the #1 press thing around Guardians 3.
Yeah.
Because all of the cast, aside from at least the last time I checked, Bradley Cooper, who plays Rock Raccoon, and Vin Diesel, who plays Groot, are the only two who have not commented on it. And all the other Guardians have come in favor of Gunn, and they're supporting Gunn. Some not as blatantly as the others. You know, Batista has obviously very strongly supported Gunn. Michael Rooker, who plays Yondu, also very strongly supported him. He left Twitter because of it.
Wow.
And I understand, and I think that the issue that Disney has now is that in every interview with the Guardians, it's going to come up the question, how do you feel about Gunn?
Yeah.
How do you feel about the firing? So that's going to become a big deal, I think, during the press circuit for Volume 3. And it also does worry me about Volume 3. You know, I don't know who could take his reins. You know, obviously, one of the big favorites right now is Taika Waititi, the director of Thor Ragnarok. And while I think he could do a great job with it, it's not going to be a Guardians. It's going to feel different. You know what I mean? It's going to be different, which it's fine because Marvel has always done that. You know, I think the Russo brothers are actually the only people who actually got to finish their trilogy.
Yeah.
Because I believe the Iron Man director got moved for the third one.
Yeah.
And we know that the Thor Ragnarok director is a different person, right? So it's like, I get it. I understand it. I'll accept it. I'm not happy about it.
Yeah. I don't know. It's so difficult to form an opinion on something like that because there's so many factors that you can't possibly come to one conclusion and be like, well, this is the only correct way.
Right. There is no I don't think there is a blatant right or wrong move.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Gunn apologized. You know, he was like, you know, I said some stupid crap. Right. You know, people in their life will say stupid crap. But Disney as a company, I think, saw that and was like, you know what, we can't keep him on because too many people, if he does anything, are going to latch on to that and be like, remember this? We're still mad about it, so we're not going to go, I don't know, we're not going to see Guardians, or we're not going to see Marvel movies, so, I don't know.
And, you know, it's also important to note, because this is obviously a comparison we have to make, with the Roseanne controversy, you know?
Yeah.
Because Roseanne also got fired because of tweets.
Yeah.
And, at least me, I was in support of her firing. I thought it was the right move because of what you said. And, yeah, there are parallels with Gunn there.
Yeah.
And is it different? I don't know. I feel differently about it.
Yeah.
But is it that because of my own biases or what? I'm not sure. But I know that the comments are going to bring that up, and I think it's a good point to make. So yeah, I don't know if it's a different situation, and maybe I'm being a hypocrite because I supported one and not the other. But it is how I feel.
You and I have different opinions on things that are similar. I do that all the time. There's so many movies that I like that, like, for all intents and purposes, could be the same movie.
Right.
But I'm still like, I like this one better. You know what I mean? It's like the new Star Trek movies are good movies. I don't like them.
Right.
It doesn't matter. It's all so personal, even in stuff that feels objective like this.
Right.
You know? And I think the one thing people should remember when it's like someone they like who's a creative person gets fired, on things like Marvel movies, so many people are involved. Like, if you fire one person, yeah, it's going to lose something, but another talented person's going to step in, and you still have all the rest of the same writers and staff and actors and all that nonsense,
Sure.
you know? So I think losing one person, even as pivotal as a director, is not actually as big of a deal as people might think it is, you know?
Right.
So I think that's important to keep in mind when we get upset about Guardians 3.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens. I mean, only the future holds what's next, right?
Yeah.
We don't know. But moving on to our next news story and the last one for the segment, we have a very similar controversy with creator of Rick and Morty, Dan Harmon. And I'm not going to get into what the controversy is because it is a little bit more graphic.
Yeah.
I don't want to, this is a family-friendly channel, and I don't want to bring that up here.
Yeah.
If you are interested and you are over the age of 18, feel free to Google it.
Yep.
I don't recommend Googling it if you are under the age of 18.
Yeah, don't do that.
But Harmon, to put it without getting into graphic detail, Harmon got a video of him for a pilot for a show he was working on, resurfaced, that had him involved in something that he should have been doing. And it's not like that serious of a thing. It's not a criminal offense or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's just offensive. And Harmon apologized. Harmon said that that video should have never been seen. That people shouldn't have to watch that because it's ridiculous and it's obscene and everything like that. And Cartoon Network, obviously, and Adult Swim or Turner or whatever you want to call them, they responded by first they said, listen, we don't support this kind of content. We think it's wrong, but we support Harmon, and we think Harmon should have the right to pursue creative interests regardless of whether we agree with them or not. That's I'm not reading directly or anything. I'm from memory and
paraphrasing.
But they did come in support of Harmon. Harmon is not leaving Rick and Morty or anything like that. I don't think that's happening. I don't really think he's facing any sort of consequence from it. And again, it's very similar to the Gunn situation with the Roseanne situation. Should he have been fired? Again, I don't think so. But I don't know. I don't have an answer to that question supremely for.
There's never an answer for that question. But I think the difference is, some people are going to use that as well, James Gunn got fired, so he should too.
Right.
Or, reversely, Dan Harmon didn't get fired, so neither should James Gunn. They work for two very different companies.
That's 100% true.
Adult Swim is Adult Swim. You know what you're getting into.
Yeah, they practice that themselves and gotten in trouble for things.
Exactly. So it's much more common for them to deal with that kind of thing.
Right.
They are more experienced with talking to creators who kind of walk that line of appropriate and inappropriate offensiveness. So when one steps out of line, and when it was obviously a while ago, it's way easier for them as a company to say, yeah, but he's doing good stuff now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas in James Gunn's case, it's Disney. It's not a company that's known for its adult stuff.
Right.
People still don't like Disney for taking Marvel, even and especially Star Wars. They're going to make it kiddie. They didn't. But people still have that association, and it's associations that Disney built their empire on.
Right.
So they have to some degree, make sure they keep that reputation. Whereas Adult Swim does not have to worry about that at all.
And I think we should point out, I think both of us really understand and respect all the criticisms of both.
Oh,
people
yeah.
criticizing the creators as well as the companies.
Absolutely.
I understand why people are mad at Disney. I understand why people are mad at Gunn. The voice of, I believe it was Panic from Hercules. I don't know the actor's name. Obviously, a photo will be up with his name. But he actually tweeted at Disney saying, well, you should remove me from the ride that his voices in his Panic. He's like, you should remove that because I have some pretty controversial tweets.
Oh.
And so why don't you fire me? And so obviously there are people on both sides here. It's a polarizing thing, and I understand it. And I just wanted to close off the segment with saying we understand both sides. I respect both sides, and I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll just have to find out.
So, on to our main topic for today, and we're going to be shifting gears.
This is a full 180.
It'll get a little bit lighter, but it'll probably get darker again. Because we're talking about the reveal of White Diamond and, de facto White Pearl as well.
Yeah.
In the new Steven Universe episode, Legs from Here to Homeworld. Now, this episode premiered at San Diego Comic-Con during the Steven Universe panel, and was later uploaded the day after to the Cartoon Network app. If you have not seen it yet, you can access it through CartoonNetwork.com, I believe, as well as the app, or other ways that we do not condone.
Yeah, not at all.
We get it, but we don't condone it.
Yeah.
Legally, we can't.
Yeah, we can't. We don't.
So, Abigail, how are you feeling about this White Diamond reveal?
Oh! It's a lot. Like, literally, she's a lot. She's very big. She's very bright. Haven't you noticed that I'm a star? I didn't expect it. I actually didn't think that we were going to find anything out this Comic-Con at all. I thought we were just going to get a, like, hey, by the way, new bomb in next summer. Like, something ridiculous like that. But they're like, actually, how about some White Diamond? Would you like that? Would that make the fandom happy? And the fandom went, yes!
See, I mean, going into it, I kind of realized there would be something White Diamond because they did have that promo. With the eyes.
They did. I forgot about that.
But that's the only reason, because everyone, as soon as Reunited aired, everyone was like, well, White Diamond's coming.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I did not feel like that was going to be true. I thought that corruption was going to be healed through yellow, blue, and pink. I thought that's all they needed, and they were going to set up White for another year or whatever and show her later on. Obviously, that didn't happen. And we immediately get introduced to White, and we find out that White is needed to heal corruption and all this other stuff. And I thought it was a very bold move, having that at San Diego Comic-Con. That being said, I cannot imagine how excited Rebecca Sugar must have been to have that at the show. It wasn't leaked. She got to see fan reactions. I'm sure that must have been amazing for her as the creator of the show. And I'm very happy for her if that was a good experience. I can't imagine it wouldn't have been.
Oh, yeah.
And I think White's reveal, it was good because it wasn't leaked, right? That was great. But also just the fact of how weird she is.
Yeah.
And how creepy she is.
It's so weird.
She's like instantly uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah.
Just looking at, and there's no reason. There's nothing she does that is like, oh, that's weird. It's just the way she talks and the way her pearl looks and how they move and everything. It was
don't move.
People have been drawing comparisons to the Shadow World mom from Coraline.
Yeah.
And I think that's a very good comparison. And I'm very excited to see where White Diamond takes us. And of course, we got theories. All right, we got theories. Now, I want to make it very clear that these theories, not all of them were thought up by me and Abigail. A lot of them are from Instagram and other places. We're not taking credit for any of these. We're not saying we're the first people to mention any of these. Yeah. But we're getting into it.
We're gonna talk about it.
Let's talk about Pearl. Right, let's start there.
Oh, let's talk about Pearl. She's so creepy.
Listen.
Oh my god.
If that ain't Pink Pearl.
Oh, it has to be.
I'll eat my own shoe.
I think it has to be Pink Pearl. Like, the way she's cracked as though she used to be something else. And the gem placement, which people were speculating from the beginning that our Pearl was originally White Diamond's Pearl.
Even as soon as Pearl was shown to be Pink's Pearl, everyone was like, nah.
Yeah, that's not. So something's up. Especially her outfit was all the multicolored stuff,
right?
Which is not at all like blue and yellow's pearls.
Pearl does not have a pink hue to her.
Yeah,
she's minorly pink, but not like as much as you would think.
She had pink hair. And a pink skirt. Like, that was it.
Even her skin was a little bit more pink in the flashbacks. It's gotten significantly more white as the show's gone on.
Yeah.
But in the flashbacks, it was a little bit pink. But she never felt like she was supposed to be Pink's Pearl. You know what I mean? And Pink Pearl, obviously, the photo will be up now. If you look at Pink Pearl's design next to Pink Diamond, they share a lot of design elements.
Oh, they do.
The shirt is pretty much identical. They have the sleeves, right? They both have the sleeves. They have the shoes are very similar.
Yeah.
The stockings are similar. The leotard.
The skirt, right?
Which they've been
teaching us to watch out for that because of Yellow and Blue Diamond. They would not have made Yellow and Blue Diamond so similar to their pearls. Like, the design would not have reflected each other if we weren't supposed to notice it now.
Agreed. And it also wouldn't. Here's another thing that it wouldn't make sense, or at least it would be very misleading to have the gem placement for blue and yellow pearl to be identical and not pink and white.
Exactly.
That doesn't make sense to me, because why would you set that up? You could have put their gems anywhere.
Yeah.
Why would you put them in the exact same place
to
correlate with their diamond if that's not a thing that all the diamond's pearls do?
Yeah.
And there's been some really good theories that, the cracking seems to have been implied to be done by White Diamond, especially in a press release of some website that got the to see episodes further on than we have to talk about it, they outright call out the fact that White Diamond is abusive to her Pearl.
Yeah.
So it seems to be more than just implied, and I guess we'll get more on that as the show goes on. But they've been saying that the cracking and everything, of course, White was responsible for that, and they think that White, which has been very longly speculated by fans, that White has some sort of mind control powers or whatever, because of her gem placement and whatnot. And I like the idea that Pink Pearl, for whatever reason, was taken over by White, and she lost all her coloring.
Yeah.
And that's why she's under the mind control. That's why she's white. You know, obviously her palette does not match Pink Diamond, but it's because she's under the mind control, and I love that theory. And I can't see that not being true.
Yeah, I agree. It's creepy. Like, it's just like the whole idea, all these things that they have implemented over the course of learning about pearls and how they work, and finally getting to see White Pearl. She's such a contrast. And the way that she acts, it's more than obedience. It's direct mind control.
Well, there's no way. Same voice actor.
Exactly. There's no way it's not literally White Diamond like moving her.
Right. I agree.
With her mind.
And I just thought something too. Obviously, we were just saying that it's not voiced by Dee Dee, who voices all the other pearls. She has the exact same voice actress as White Diamond, and I like the idea because when Steven encounters White. I'll see if we can play the audio. I'm not 100% sure if we can, but I'll try. If we can't, she basically talks to Pink and says, like, oh, welcome back. Is this little game of yours over? You gave everybody such a scare. And I don't know if I 100% agree, but a lot of people have been taking that as, does she know about everything?
Yeah.
Does she know about the fake shattering? Does she know about everything that happened to Pink? And that wouldn't make sense unless... she was controlling Pink Diamond's Pearl the entire time. So what if... we didn't see any other pearls in the flashbacks.
Yeah.
But what if Pearl wasn't the only pearl that was with Pink? What if her pearl was also there, but being controlled by White? So White got all the scoops. She knows about everything. Because it would make sense to me that Pink would have her own pearl, and then that maybe White gave her our pearl.
Yeah.
Or, the crystal gem pearl, to be like, okay, Pearl's going to guide you, because she's mine, she knows how to work with things, and she's going to help you out, because Pink, she was very childish.
Yeah.
That's someone you would really trust with a colony.
Yeah.
So I think it would make sense to have a guiding force there, but still her own personal pearl.
Yeah.
And whether the personal pearl wasn't done by the time Pink got shot, or was done, but wasn't given to Pink by the time that Pink got shattered, and that's why she became White's pearl, or whether the idea I like that White was controlling her throughout the war, and that's why White knows everything, and just doesn't care. I
don't know. I'm wondering if she doesn't know the extent because she's been busy. And I don't mean busy like I got paperwork. Like one of the theories that I've seen is all those white things stranding
like
off of her. The veins that you see over Homeworld and how Homeworld looks cracked.
Right.
She's holding that together with her mind powers.
Well, also, even on top of that, a lot of people have been looking at her and be like, oh, light bulb.
Yeah. Well, no, she's using her ship.
Well, yeah, here's the thing. When we saw earlier in the episode when Blue and Yellow were healing corruption, when they touch their gemstones, their powers, their arms light up.
Yeah.
So, presumably, White could be using her powers
to
hold the planet together.
Yes.
And that's backed up by stuff in the show because we have the stasis wand that Aquamarine had.
Yep.
We know the gem destabilizers are built off Yellow's powers. So who has stasis powers?
Yep.
White Diamond. Yep. It makes sense. It works.
It does.
So I like the idea that she's holding together Homeworld. I like and even if she does or doesn't know, I like the idea that she does know because it paints her even more of a villain.
Yeah.
Because she didn't tell Blue and Yellow.
Yeah.
And we know how much Blue has been publicly suffering with this.
Yes.
Yellow more privately, but it's pretty easy to tell, especially if you know Yellow, that she is suffering with the death of Pink Diamond. Imagine for eons she's known about this and just didn't say anything.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I love that. I love the detachedness and the coldness of White Diamond. It's just,
She looks like that lady at Sephora that judges you.
Yes.
She's exactly like... my other thing was her pearl literally, like, fades into the wall. Do you remember this?
Yeah, I think people... You continue.
Is she, like, a projection of the pearl and, like, not really pearl?
I don't think that's what it is. I think people are calling that out. But I'm pretty sure Yellow, Blue, Steven, Garnet, and Connie, and Amethyst do the exact same thing when they come out of Pink's ship.
Do they?
I'm pretty sure they do.
I don't remember. I would have to see it again.
I'm almost entirely sure that that's what happens.
Okay.
I think they were in a bubble when they rose out of the ship, but they pretty much did the exact same thing where they just faded through the ship.
Okay.
To come out of it. I'm pretty sure.
Alright, that might be fine then.
So I think that's what that was. It's just how they go in and out of the ships on Homeworld. But I don't think that was actually anything to be taken serious. I think she's just going through the wall.
Okay, cool.
Because they are light projections, so I don't know. I don't know the logistics of it.
Yeah, I don't know.
But apparently that's how it works.
Yeah.
Maybe something opened. I don't know.
I don't know.
Alright, so another theory that I've been seeing hopping around is that the pink diamond, aka rose quartz, is a defective diamond, right? We have that idea for a while now that pink was defective because she's smaller than the other diamonds, doesn't really act like a diamond. She started the rebellion.
Yeah.
But there's been a great fan theory I saw that white, presumably because she would have to become the new core, literally, of Homeworld, because she'd have to hold it together, was assembling a successor. And that it wouldn't be blue or yellow because blue and yellow are too emotional, right?
Yeah.
They have too much emotion. So she was creating the perfect gem, an emotionless gem who can get the task done and do whatever they need. And that was supposed to be red diamond. You know, obviously this is hinted because pink's diamond is the same kind of gem, like it looks the same as white's. Obviously pink's is upside down, but it looks the same, has the same cut. And if you look at the primary colors, they're red, yellow, and blue.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that that's what they'd be based off. White, obviously, is the absence of color, or the everything of color, whichever one it is.
Yes.
So that makes sense, so white would be above them. And pink isn't a part of this. It doesn't make sense. Pink's not it doesn't, in no way you look at it, does yellow, white, blue, and pink ever come together.
Well, I mean, this is a very specific case, but in computer printers, those are primary colors.
Oh, is that what it is?
In art schools, that's not how the actual combination of diamonds we have are the real primary colors. Because what we know as primary colors, like the red, yellow, blue, they're too dark to be actually combined to form all the colors.
Well, I don't even think that blue is one anymore. I think it's green now.
Oh, I don't even know. But in ink colors, it's white, magenta, like a teal and a yellow, I think.
Alright, so maybe this is wrong.
Put up some color charts. I don't know.
Whatever. Regardless of that point, I think it makes sense that pink, even if she was supposed to be pink diamond, that she was supposed to be the successor and that she's defective. And I think it makes sense that, you know, white would want a successor diamond because it's true, yellow and blue I don't think could take care of Homeworld the way that white wants. And if white is stuck being the core of Homeworld, she would need someone. So I like the idea of the red diamond theory. I think it'd be fun to play out. I don't know, there's a lot to come from Steven Universe right now. You know, we have the whole healing corruption thing.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see how that conversation is going down.
Oh, yeah.
I am terrified for Garnet, Amethyst, and Pearl right now.
Yeah.
Because they just got left.
They got left behind. We don't know what's going to happen to them.
They are in enemy territory.
They are with the diamonds, at least.
Yeah, but why do yellow and blue care about these three?
Yeah,
They care about Steven because he's pink.
Yeah.
But what do they care about the crystal gems? Especially a Pearl and a fusion? It's a fusion, a defective amethyst, and a pearl. This is not a good look.
This is not good.
And a human.
And a human!
I'm just saying, I'm worried. I don't think they're going to get shattered or anything because they're the main characters. But I'm worried about our girls, right?
I'm worried. It's a lot.
Yeah, I think Bismuth was right. You know, Bismuth was like, no, I'm staying on Earth. I ain't going back to Homeworld. I know what they do to Bismuths on Homeworld, alright?
Oh my god.
It was great. I don't know. I love the episode. I thought it was like a near perfect episode of Steven Universe, which we haven't had in a long time.
Yeah, we got close before Reunited.
Reunited was amazing. It was just the pacing was a little off at the end. I just think that, you know, Steven Universe needs to stop being 11 minutes long. We'll talk.
Yeah, they just need half-an-hour episodes.
But then again, this episode did not feel short.
That's true.
It felt like it was the right amount of time.
Yeah.
So a lot of episodes haven't been doing that. And I'm happy. Apparently there is still one more episode this season.
Ooh.
Wherever that, it's the end of the universe, I think it's what it's called, or to the end of the universe, or whatever. I don't know where or when that where. I think it's weird that we still have one because I thought Steven being sent to his room was a great season finale, but apparently there's still more to come.
I don't like that it's called To the End of the Universe, considering his last name is Universe. I'm
no! I didn't even think about that.
The second you said that, I was like, oh, he gonna die.
Steven gonna die. Steven going. Pink Diamond is returning? No.
Oh my god. Like that's all I can think of is that means like, well, it's over.
They kill Greg.
They kill Greg. No. Greg's like, hold on. Can I seduce all of the diamonds?
Oh my god, I hate that. I hate that people are like, Greg was gonna, you know.
Greg
was
was
make 2 more
gonna
Stevens. I was like,
smash.
no, that is not what was happening. Greg talked to Blue in Korea. They're friends. He's trying to be like, hey, Your Highness, remember me? We don't gotta fight. And then that is not all right.
No.
Can we stop with the more universe? I don't like that. I don't like this idea. You need to stop. Y'all nasty.
Y'all nasty.
Roll the Raven clip.
Thank you. Get nasty. I have one more theory that I've read that I don't know if I agree with, but I like it. The idea that white diamond's not actually a diamond.
I don't like
is that she's a dense star.
That one's instantly unconfirmed though.
It is, but like a lot of people are holding on really strongly to it.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna break this down for you real quick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna end this theory for you.
Yeah.
The reason everyone's doing this is because they think, I don't know why, people think that white doesn't have a gem. Because you can't see it because she's all lit up. She does.
She does.
It's in the drawing in the show, you just can't see it because it's lit up, but it is there. If you dim the lighting on the episode, you can actually see it. Rebecca Sugar, and I'll put up the images, Rebecca Sugar has drawn white multiple times on fan posters, and she has her gem.
Yes.
And we already got silhouettes before this of White Diamond with a gem on her forehead.
Correct.
So, no.
Yeah.
She's a gem. I get what the star theory is, like the sense that, like, oh, she's made by something else. And yes, she was obviously made by someone else.
Yeah.
Unless she's just an alien race that, from a different race of aliens or something. I don't know. But white was obviously made by something, and I think we'll discover that.
I have a theory. I just made this up right now.
If you say Sneeple.
No, I don't. I'm really not gonna say that. I have a genuine theory. It's not good, but I'm gonna say it anyway and see if any of it ever sticks.
All right. This segment of Ronaldo's theory.
All right. So White Diamond. We don't know where she came from.
Right.
When we got that one shot of the Earth, when they first went to the moon base, do you remember how there was just a big old piece of Russia missing?
Are you implying that White Diamond is Russia?
I'm in that spot in real life is a gigantic diamond mine.
Right.
I am saying White Diamond actually came from Earth naturally, like the biggest diamond ever, and then left. And then when Pink was like, "I want a colony," she was like, "All right, how about where I'm from? You know, because then I can keep an eye on you and shit." And then it did not work. That's my theory. If any of that is true, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I hate that theory a lot. If it's right, Rebecca Sugar, you best be listening. Abigail's gonna be on the Controversy if that's right. However, I hate that theory, and if you can still change it, Rebecca, change it now, alright?
No,
I can't handle that after the rose quartz pink diamond thing.
I'm going all in on White Diamond is Russia.
Yeah. Remember when I did that and I said that the Smash Brothers demo was gonna come out during E3?
Yeah. No, I'm going all in. I don't care. I'll be wrong. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
That has been Ronaldo's theory. That's gonna be something. I'm gonna force you to make a theory on every single topic.
There we go.
All right, guys. I think that's it for today's podcast.
Yeah.
This one a little bit shorter than I thought it was supposed to be. I'm trying to hit an hour for these, but I think this is fine.
This is good.
I don't think this is a problem. If there's anything else you want us to talk about here on the podcast, this Sunday there will not be one.
Yeah.
Upcoming Sunday, it's every other week. So
this is on a bi-weekly schedule with recap taking up the other slot.
Right. So it'll be 1 week get a Friday recap, 1 week get a Sunday. 2 Idiots to the Camera. Although
2 Idiots with a podcast.
I'm gonna be the 2 Idiots to the Camera podcast.
How about just 2 Idiots with a podcast?
That's not. Listen, we're not gonna debate the name of the show. I've made the logos.
Listen, Abigail.
I'm trying to use the name of the old show. It's the entire point.
I know.
It's the reasoning.
I know.
We're not doing this on camera, alright? Alright, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, favorite, subscribe. Where do you want to see us upload this podcast? This one is obviously on YouTube. I'll try to get it on stuff like, I don't know, Spotify and iTunes as well. But let me know where else you would like to see it. Give us topics.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about? For you to talk about anything we talked about today in the comments below. Although, please be nice if you're talking about the James Gunn and Dan Harmon stuff.
Be nice to each
civil,
other.
Okay, let's keep that civil. I believe in you guys. You guys can do it.
I don't.
And that is a wrap on today's podcast. We'll see you guys not next week, but the following week.
Goodbye.
And remember,
Like, comment, and subscribe. And all that stuff.
Never chose dinosaur.
What?
What about?